Good day, everyone. So for today, our topic is about multiplication of polynomials. So when we multiply polynomials, there would be different cases. For example, we can multiply a monomial to a monomial, a polynomial to a monomial, and so on. So let's try to do that case by case. So our first one is the product of two or more polynomials. So I have here an example. We have 2x cubed y times 3x squared y squared. So the first thing we need to do is to rewrite the expression by multiplying the number to the number, the variable to the same variable, for us to find the answer. So if we have here 2 and 3, we multiply them together. So that would be 2 times 3 times your x, both of the x. So we have x cubed times x squared times your y. Let's try to multiply already so we could get the answer. So 2 times 3 is 6 times, we have x cubed times x squared, that is x raised to 5, and y times y squared is y cubed. So this would be our answer already. Now let's go to the second. We encounter this kind of problems in multiplying polynomials. We're just going to do the distributive property, meaning we're gonna multiply your 2x cubed to the 5x cubed first. So 2 times 5, that is 10. X cubed times x cubed, that would be x raised to 6. That's your first term. Now let's do the second term. 2x cubed times negative 7x cubed. So since this is negative and this is positive, the sign would be negative. So 2 times 7, that would be 14. X cubed times x squared, that is x raised to 5. And the last term, we have 2x cubed times negative 3x. So the same, we have a negative sign. 2 times 3, that is 6. X cubed times x, that is x raised to 4. There. So that's our answer already. Let's go to the next one. So I have specified here the method that we're going to use, since the FOIL method is the easiest way on how we multiply two binomials. So FOIL method stands for your first terms, O is for your outer terms, I is the inner terms, and L is the last terms. So these ones are pertaining to the terms of the binomials. So this your x squared and y squared is your first terms. So we multiply them first. So if we have x squared times y squared, that would be x squared y squared. Let's do the outer terms. When we say outer terms, we have your x squared and 2y. So from x squared times 2y, that would be positive, since both of them are positive. That would be 2x squared y. And the inner terms, when we say the inner terms, we have your negative 3x and then y squared. So we multiply both of them. That is negative 3x times y squared, that would be negative 3x y squared. And of course, your last terms. So the last terms are pertaining to your negative 3x and 2y. So negative 3x times positive 2y, that is negative 3 times 2 is 6x and y. There. So we now have your answer, which is this one. Okay, so let's go to the fourth case, which is a multi-term to a multi-term. When we say multi-term, it would have two or more terms. So as you can see, we have here two examples. We're gonna do them one by one. Let's try to do the first one first. Now, in multiplying polynomials, we're gonna multiply a term to a term. So whatever you did during your elementary days with the numbers, you're gonna do it with the terms here. So what we're going to multiply is your y squared first. You multiply it to your y squared also, since these are the last two terms. So we have y squared times y squared, that is y raised to 4. And y squared times your 3xy is positive 3xy cubed. Sorry, so this is a positive since y squared and y squared are positive. And of course, the last one, y squared times x squared, that is positive x squared y squared. There. Now, the second one is from this term, we're gonna multiply it one by one to your first polynomial. So negative 3xy times y squared, that would be negative 3xy cubed. Why did I put it below your positive 3xy cubed? Since they are similar terms, it's easier for us to solve later on when we find the final answer. So if they are of similar terms, you put them in one column. And of course, we have negative 3xy times positive 3xy. So that would be 3 times 3. That's negative 9x squared y squared. And the last one, we have negative 3xy times x squared. That is negative 3 x cubed y. There. And let's go to the last one, x squared. Multiply it to the first polynomial. So x squared times y squared is, we have positive x squared y squared. Now multiplying your x squared to the second term of the first polynomial, we have x squared times 3xy. That would be positive 3x cubed y. And the last one, we have x squared times x squared. That would be positive x raised to 4. So there, we've multiplied already the second polynomial, all of the terms, to the first polynomial. So we can now add all of them. So this would be addition. So we have here y raised to 4. We're just gonna bring it down. We also have positive 3xy cubed plus negative 3xy cubed. That would be 0. And we have x squared y squared, negative 9x squared y squared plus your x squared y squared. That would be negative 7x squared y squared. And of course, we have here negative x cubed y plus positive 3x cubed y. That would be 0. And x raised to 4, since it doesn't have any other similar terms, we're just gonna bring it down. So that is x raised to 4. Now, to further simplify this answer, since we have two zeros here, we're just gonna remove them. So our final answer would be x raised to 4 minus 7x squared y squared plus y raised to 4. So that is the answer already. Now let's try to go to the last example, this one. We're just gonna do what we did here also, okay? So doing it here, let's multiply the last terms first. So we have positive 2 times negative 7, that would be negative 14. We have 2 times your 5x, that would be positive 10x, and positive 2 times x squared, that would be positive 2x squared. Let's now go to the second term. We have negative 4x times negative 7. That is positive since they're both negative. So positive 28x, and then negative 4x times 5x, that is a negative number. So we have negative 20x squared, and we have negative 4x times x squared, that is negative 4x cubed. As you can see, as I multiply the second term, I am putting the answers below their similar terms. So 10x and positive 28x are similar terms, right? So you're just gonna put them where they have their similar terms. Now for the last one, this one, we have 3x squared times negative 7. That would be negative 21x squared. We also have 3x squared times 5x, that is positive 15x cubed. And for the last one, which is the first terms, we have 3x squared times x squared, that is 3x raised to 4. There. Now we can now multiply, we can now add them to get the final answer. So we have negative 14. We will also have positive 10x plus positive 28x is positive 38x. And we have here rather 3 terms. We have 3x squared plus negative 20x squared plus negative 21x squared. That would be negative 39x squared, and negative 4x cubed plus 15x cubed, that is positive 11x cubed. And the last one, we now have 3x raised to 4. So of course this would now be your final answer since we can't further simplify that one. Okay, so if you have any questions, clarifications about this, you can just message me through your messengers or comment below my post to ask the questions. Thank you.